Hey all, back with another episode of Derek's Clutter here. This is going to be a bit of a crossover. I'm going to get into finally playing some games where I can do some reading the rules. I'm going to start a show called Single Player Party, and it's a goal for me to get some plays in with a lot of my single player games because I've got most of my collection now is single player games. And then I don't get to spend enough time playing them, so I'm going to try to do some playthroughs, show you maybe some obscure games, some smaller games, some longer games, and I want to do something where I can kind of teach the rules, do a playthrough, and then end with a review. So I'm going to do a quick little walkthrough here of my current single player collection. So this is every game that I have that can be played solo or converted to solo. So most of them are single player by themselves. So I'm not going to say each one, but you can kind of peek at some of them. Now Imperial Assault just recently came out with an app. They made an app to make that one single player. So that's actually what made me pick that game up. Because in the gaming groups that I go to, I typically don't bring any games. Everybody's got what they want to play, and I'll play anything. So I'll just go and social game, and I don't care if it's, Euro, Ameritrash, whatever, dice, card, random, crunchy. I'll play it all. But this is the stuff I want to go through. So we'll continue up here. Wings of War. This one's kind of harder to find. It's specifically one of the standalone expansions. Burning Drachens. It's probably German. I don't speak German, and I'm pretty bad at names. So that has a 1 to 2 player on it. Meteor, I'm excited to play this one. It looks a little frantic, but I like the real time. Classics like Pandemic and Agricola. So a lot of these games I have never played, or I've played with other people multiplayer, so I'm excited to play them single player. Sorry Sliders, a little dexterity game. And so these will be fun. I'm going to be using this as a backdrop. Sorry about the lighting. The lighting is this is just so I can do the quick walkthrough. Might be a little too bright. So kind of just see what we got here. Now I don't think Battle at Kimball's Cascade it's not listed as single player, but I hear there's a good conversion for it. So we're going to do that one. And then this one's been hitting about 6 months ago. So we're in August of 2018 right now. About 6 months ago, this one was all the rage on the internets. So I really wanted to pick this one up and play it. I got a lot of games in shrink, so I got a lot of shame here, and we're gonna wipe that shame out. I'm gonna wipe that shame out by playing, and then lots of Kickstarter stuff. This came in Herbaceous from Pencil First Games, I believe, and some things I've had for a long time and already had a couple playthroughs. But I'm gonna reread the rules and do multiple videos on each. Star Realms, excited about that. I love these little pocket games. These are from, I don't think he tagged it. I think his name is Jason Tagmeyer, and I forget what the name of his studio is. Button Shy Games, probably. Yeah, there's his name on Twin Stars. Actually, I think yes, a solo system. Okay, I think that one has a multiplayer as well. And so we're going to try one of the escape rooms. I got Flip City. I've played this multiplayer a couple times. I really like this deck builder. And then I picked up the expansion for it. So we got to crack that open. Victory Point Games. This is a great... They're actually local to me in Orange County. In Magnificent Style, this is a really fun, hard game. Kind of press your luck Civil War game. Legion of Darkness. Haven't played this one yet, but the guy who... No, I've not played this one at all, so don't know much about it. I'm excited to play this one. So, some dice rolling. This was another kind of funky Kickstarter. I tried to play this. I don't think the rules were really clear on this one, so we're going to give that another try. I love CCGs, and back in the day I used to collect a lot of them. So I've got the Tomb Raider CCG here, and it actually has a solo mode. So these decks are cheap, but the expansions for this are really expensive. So I'm gonna get into that and see how much I like it. Death Angel, classic solo Super hard, super hard. I've never won. Played that a few times. That's a tough one. This one's another victory point game. Pew pew. I should probably put a copy of my game out here. Starcade. Yes, I'm gonna be pimping my game. Solo game. Multiple modes though. It's cool because this Pew Pew came out around the same time my game did. I'm excited to play that one. They laser cut a lot of their components. That's pretty cool stuff. Friday, absolute classic. I've only ever won once, but super fun. One of my first recommendations for solo play. And then I've got the tiny epic tower. This one just came in this Kickstarter. It was the Defenders. I've got Kingdoms up here. I believe Kingdoms can be played single player. I have not played this one yet. I believe all these can. Western, I hear the single player, and that's a little funky. The old Defenders, so Defenders 1, and then Galaxies and Quest and Dungeon Heroes. And then I have the Kickstarter version of Dungeon Roll. Played this a few times. I love this. I love the Mimic chest, and then I picked up the Winter for that. Rolling America, I picked this up at Target. These I like showing off the smaller ones. Sorry, Margaret West was one of my favorite writers. I forget where I found this, but it's a Z-Man game, and it's old, 2002, and so it says 1 to 2 players. So hopefully that'll be fun to maybe read. Maybe it's a storybook. Storybook solo gaming's getting pretty big again. And here I have the Star Wars ones. So this is West End Games, Jedi's Honor, Solo with Luke Skywalker, and Scoundrel's Luck with Han Solo. So picked up Pocket Mars from somebody local who ended up moving away. Bowling dice is fun. My wife and I love bowling, so it's fun. You just bowl your strikes and spares. And then I'm gonna make some videos real quick here about these guys. These are the Kickstarters that just came in. Palm Island. Love this idea. You play it in a hand. You don't need a table. You can take it anywhere you want. If you want to throw it in a bag, you got this magnetic case. If you want to take it to the beach, you've got a waterproof case. The cards are plastic. They're waterproof. And if you want to put one copy in your pocket, there's the wallet size. I love what he did here. John Metling, I think. I don't know. I'm sorry. Terrible names. Love what he did here. I couldn't be happier with this Kickstarter. Cannot wait to play this game. And then the Dungeoneer. This was cool. Looks like old D&D red box. This is Shrink. This just came. So these, I have a couple Kickstarters here that just came in the last couple weeks. I can't wait to tear these open. I think they'll be good to do as reviews for people now that they might be hitting stores. And then the ever popular Star Realms came out with their Frontiers box. So this has specifically a lot of solo play with it. And then I went with not just the base game, but just the next tier up so that I can get the promos and some of the goodies. So I got 2 little promo packs here, season year 2 promos, and then the Kickstarter promos, and then it came with this Stellar Allies pack. They do foil packs for all their expansions, so you can kind of get into Star Realms as light or as deep as you want. You can just grab a base game and you have a ton of play here. Or you can get one of, there's so many different little packs now. There's they'll bring out 4 or 5 packs in there's little seasons or whatnot. So I haven't bought any. Back over here, I haven't bought any of the add-ons for this yet. As you can see, I got a lot of other games to get to, but I don't think that I really didn't want to pass up on this Kickstarter, especially they were pumping a lot of stretch goals into this one, and they really packed in a lot of the solo play. And then underneath the table is more of my collection. There's more stuff down here. It's a little dark, but more of my regular games that are 2-player that I have. Some of my favorites: Couriers, Lords of Waterdeep, the Lego Heroica system, Wits and Wagers. 5-Minute Dungeon is an absolute hit with my group, and then Splendor and stuff. So, but mostly I'm working on getting some solo play here. It's kind of hard with the 6-month-old, but anyways, wanted to show this off. Derek's Clutter episode 3, the solo board game edition, and this is going to be what's coming. And I wanted to announce my new show, Single Player Party, and Derek Learns Games. So hopefully you'll watch and you'll learn game with me, and then you can check out my playthrough, and then I'll probably do a little review at the end of the playthrough. Alright, thanks.